Welcome to the Building Year podcast. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Birthday girl person for duty. Yes, my birthday was on Monday, the 12th. In case you missed it, you're still free to tell me happy birthday because every day of this month is to my birthday. Thank you very much. Special thank you to everybody who called, sent messages, sent love, sent money. You people are the best of the best of the best of the best of the best. Words of affirmation, check. Forms of affirmation, check, check, check. Thank you so much. My friends literally called me the whole day. Even though I spent most of it in the kitchen, my feet were swollen as a result of it. A friend came over with the prettiest jewelry box and gift and took me out for boba tea. Let's never talk about that boba tea experience. But it was a beautiful yet simple day. And I just want to thank everybody that knew it's special. I do not take it for granted. And birthdays sometimes always make me emotional because I always reflect a lot. That day really reminded me of something important, that good things still happen to good people and your community really matters. So, yes, today's episode is really about friendship, being intentional with people, and becoming the kind of person that attracts good relationships. If there's one thing I always say is that I'm deeply grateful for my support system, especially my friends. Now, my support system has my family. Today, I'm really grateful for my friends. Because truth is, when you have people in your corner cheering you on, carrying you emotionally, praying for you, supporting you, life really becomes lighter. It doesn't mean that it becomes perfect, but it just means that you're not carrying everything alone. And my birthday reminded me that relationships don't just happen by accident. They're built by consistency on both ends, love, intentionality, and character. And I do understand that sometimes we complain that life doesn't give us back what we sow. I wouldn't say complain because most times we have this saying of why do bad things happen to good people and why do good people not make good people as well. So sometimes, it does happen that what we sow doesn't come back. But at the same time, I'm also learning that life rewards consistency. And the truth is, God sees the seeds we plant in people, even when nobody else does. So one day you could randomly wake up in a new year and realize that you're starting to have people that are doing to you the things you once wished people did to you in the last 6 years. And you're like, what's going on? That's your reward. That's your seed finally bloom. So yes, if anything, if you don't take anything from today, take that God sees the seeds you plant in people even when nobody else does. Now, I actually have a lot of friends. So that gives me the audacity to talk about this. I have childhood friends, I have primary school friends, secondary school friends, university friends, business friends, work friends, prayer friends. Like, I have a lot of circle of friends. Now, growing up as an only girl, companionship mattered to me. As much as some of my friends say that I like to be alone, I actually love that they are in my corner. So companionship mattered to me a whole lot. I always wanted people around me, like people I could grow with, laugh with, learn from, right? But having those many friends still doesn't mean that everybody has access to me. I still have a smaller inner circle. Those are the people that I truly hold in my heart, my prayers, show my vulnerability, show my growth, and I really am grateful for them. But I've learned through this that if you want to be people in your life, you must first become a good person. You can't suddenly expect deep friendships when you haven't even practiced being intentional, kind, generous, patient, or emotionally available. And it starts with you. The thing I've also realized is you are literally a product of your environment and situations that have happened. But at the same time, you can change your narrative. Some of you are coming from a place where you've not experienced love to the fullest form. And that is why it is so easy for you to, make other people feel that way. And it's not as if it's so easy, but it just comes naturally to be bad than good, and it's not your fault. But what is your fault is you not trying your best to become a better person and expecting good people in your life, right? So another thing I've learned is that your friend cannot be sick and you're indifferent. That's literally intentionality. Your friend cannot be broke and you're not concerned about it. Your friend cannot be struggling and you're absent. Nobody truly is ever fully ready to share their problems, but people need safe before. So if somebody can find themselves being safe with you, they're never going to open up. And if they never open up, they're not going to see a reason to be good to you because they don't know that you've been good to them. I mean, sometimes it's as simple as checking in. It's as simple as sending help. It's as simple as praying. It's as simple as showing up physically. Like, I can't count the number of events that my friends have done that I wish I was there with them physically. But then I'm going to make noise about it online if I can't be there. Or I'm going to send something to support in the little way I can. And this is not me doing it because I want them to be back for me. I just love them. Like, it just has to come from a place of love, right? And sometimes it's you listening without judgment. We listen, we don't judge. It might be banter and cruise, but bro, we listen, we don't judge. And this is not you, not calling out your friend when your friend is doing something that, it's not morally acceptable or it's just not right or it doesn't reflect their true character, right? But there are some things where your friend is honestly coming to you. They have judged themselves before coming to you. Most times, people have already judged themselves before they came to you. So that's extra judgments that you're doing. Just allow. Like maybe in 2 4 weeks or days, you can come back, say, how you feeling now? See about that thing. But at the moment they're speaking to you, we listen. We don't do what? We don't judge. Thank you very much. Because if you want people to be intentional with you, you must be intentional with people. It's literally it is for that. I'm so sorry. The only person that loves us unconditionally is God. I said what I said. Another thing that I've learned so much in friendship because I've actually grown from my circle of friends. And the thing I wanted to say that I've learned is that not every friendship is meant to last forever in the same way. I think somebody used to say something that 20 friends cannot be, 20 people cannot be friends for 20 years. I don't know how that saying goes because truth is that some friendships are seasonal. Some evolve, some grow quieter without ending badly, and honestly, that's all okay because not everything lasts forever. I mean, let's not even just base this on friendship. You start a job after 5 years, you're transitioning. You start a career path after 2 years, you're changing titles. So if those things that are even making your income are changing, how much more people, right? So evolution happens. There are people I once spoke to every day that I barely talk to now, but I still respect them, I still love them, and I still wish them well. We don't fight, we don't drag each other, we just simply grew differently, and that's okay. And that's something that I've learned, that friendships can change and it's okay. And another thing I want to tell people is that stop fighting friendships that have completed their season. Not every ending needs drama, not every ending needs closure, not every ending let me go back. Not every ending needs closure. What happened? What happened? What happened? It's okay. A season happened, and I'm just grateful that you came into my life. You taught me certain things, and I'm grateful for that. I've learned so much in friendships because I've literally grown. Like, for somebody that always has people around her because she just craves people. And I feel like when I say this, some people are coming beside I. When I say craves people, I actually like to be in the midst of people. I like talking to people. I like hearing how people think. And that's actually like Twitter. I'm not even gonna lie. That's why I like Twitter. But anyways, I don't want to digress. But my aim here is to tell you that friendships change and that's simply okay. So I'm going to say this gently but honestly, right? Because I've been trying to tell you the many things that you could do for people, how you could be intentional, how you could first be a good person. So I'm going to say this more gently. You cannot have terrible character and expect consistent, healthy relationships. I glossed over it. Trauma, sweetheart, I don't know if I said that right. Trauma explains behavior, but it does not excuse you staying unhealthy forever. That's how I am. Anybody that does not take me as I am, darling, if somebody else told you that that's how you are, it's a problem. Try and rework it. Baby boo, I come. Then you hold your hand. That is I'm literally imagining holding y'all's hand as I say this. Trauma, which I'm so sorry you had to experience, would explain your behavior. But it doesn't excuse you staying there for a while. If who you are, like if you notice that people are constantly avoiding you, they struggle with coming to you, struggle coming to you with a certain part of their lives, or they feel drained being around you, please reflect. Don't blame. Don't say, I have a problem with people that don't realize that if 30 people are saying the exact same thing, then there's a problem. I genuinely have a problem with them. But this is not me coming to castigate. This is me telling you, sweetheart, that in building yourself, you have to realize where your trauma is stopping you from accessing things and know how to fix it. It's not easy, but I promise you, you're going to meet someone that's going to make you realize that it can be done. Not people. The Bible literally says, love your neighbor as yourselves. Be kind, be patient, be accountable, be emotionally responsible. Like, I don't know how to stress it. Be kind. People say they don't like Twitter because it's toxic. Darling, it's just because unkind people are pouring out more unkindness to others. And by extension, you know that thing that we say broke people are breaking other people kind of thing when we talk about relationships and love. Yes, darling. Somebody was unkind to me. And so I'm unkind to the next person. The next person is unkind to the next person. And that's just how we create a toxic environment. And then we call it tough love. And darling, be patient, be accountable. Your friends can't tell you did something to them and you just brush it off. Be emotionally responsible. Love your neighbor as yourself. And that's why I say that I'm sorry you went through that trauma. I'm sorry that environment made you feel like that was the most you could ever be. Dog, I hold your hand till you are more. So please don't stay unhealthy forever. Sometimes the greatest testimony is just you being a good person. I always tell my friends I don't like when people make me act out of character because that just wasn't me. So sweetheart, character matters and you can change yours. It might be a work in progress, but you can. Now, this whole podcast episode came because my birthday really humbled me. I saw messages and people were saying that prayer will my let's get it friend, my encourager, my dependable friend, my safe space. And I was just like, you guys, I'm slowly becoming the person I want spirit to have. I grew up always wanting somebody that I could confide in, somebody that I could call a friend, somebody I could share my problems with because only they're all left are gentlemen. Woo! And then the many things I saw, I was just like, you really am becoming the person I once prayed to have. Not perfect, but intentional. And it doesn't mean that I'm great at it because sometimes I could really be hurting a friend, but I'm intentional to still check in. And genuinely, I want to thank you all for making me realize that I am living in answered prayers. I am deeply, deeply and truly grateful. So I want to ask you, right? Because this is the Building You podcast and we're trying to build. Are you a good friend? Genuinely ask yourself, am I a good friend? Do I listen when people talk? Like, listen, what do you want that somebody will see? Oh, I haven't eaten in 3 days. You've not said first my hold on, is it going to tell my honest like, darling, do you go listen? Do you show up when people are struggling? It's hard normally to put ourselves aside. I recently listened to Temilade's book launch. Will I say book launch? Well, book launch, right? But like the events of the book and stuff. And she said something. She said a line that really, really stuck with me. And it was about career, but it matters here. Sometimes we're too busy being overwhelmed that we do not see the other person's problems. It's everybody's struggling, but if you say you want friends that care for you when they're struggling, are you there for people when they're struggling? Do you apologize when you hurt people? Do you make space for those? Because relationships are partnerships, not transactions. I feel like everybody just does this give me, go here, come here, take. Darling, it is a meet me in the middle. In fact, some days it's not even middle. Some days I'm stretching more to with you just because you need that extra hand. It is not a transaction. So please, I want you to, you know, I want you to listen to this podcast, and really reflect. In 2026, what kind of person do I want to be? What kind of friend do I want to be? And by extension, what kind of people do I want to allow in my space? I would say that it's not because you're going to be a good person. Should you allow every Tom, Dick, and Harry access to you? I said I have a lot of friendship circles, but I have my inner circle where my vulnerability shows. And this is not to discard any other friend. This is just to see that there are phases in life. Seasons come and seasons go. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. If this conversation resonated with you in any way, please follow the podcast. Also, leave a rating on Spotify and Apple and share it with someone who might need it. Now, you can share with a friend who you want to say that you are this person to me. Like, I actually see you as this person and I love you. You can also share it to your friend and say, this is an answer to the question you've been asking. You can also share it to your friend and say, what do you think about me? Am I a good friend to you? Right? And then you can also connect with me on Substack. Actually, you should connect with me on Substack because that's where you leave comments, ask questions, and kind of continue the conversation. I would attach it in the show notes. That is like the episode gist that you should check Substack for more information, or the Substack link would be there. So you could go from there, or wherever you see this link, you might see the Substack attached to it. Anyways, thank you so much once again for celebrating on my birthday. I do hope this episode helped somebody. Until next time, keep building, and I love you. Bye.